All right. Well, good morning, friends. Rob Hipp here from the Rob Hipp Show, and very excited this morning. I want to welcome everybody in, running just a couple of minutes late. I'm actually working out of my portable studio today, 3 hours away from where I normally am, so you'll have to bear with the lighting. But we're very excited today. I've had a great opportunity to get to know someone who has quickly became a friend, someone that has have a lot of credibility in the cryptocurrency world. We're going to talk today here on the Rob Hipp Show to my good friend, Mr. Blake Zibara. Blake, good morning, man. From where are you at in Australia? Are you in Sydney, man?
Sydney, yeah, Sydney, Australia, man. It's nice
Come
up here.
on, man. Well, I was telling you earlier, I became friends with a young man from Sydney. He is a national champion in college football, and he's from Sydney. And I know football there is a little bit different than American football. Is that right, man?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a couple of different styles, but nothing as crazy as what you guys have got over there.
Well, great, man. Well, it's good to hear from you this morning. Blake, I wanted to dig in. We're going to talk a lot about Karen Coin, something that I hopped onto, got involved with just actually about a week ago. But just to talk a little bit about you, Blake, as I was doing some research and got to know you, you're involved with something called Ripple Movement. I don't want to get that confused with Ripple cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
But Ripple Movement is a charity that you've got involved with. Tell us a little bit about that and just your background involved with Ripple, man.
yeah, sure.
Hey, and I lost
So,
your audio, Blake, for some reason. I don't know if you
oh,
can hear me or not.
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your audio kicked out, man.
Can you hear me now?
You can hear me or not.
I can hear you, dude. Can you hear me?
Go ahead and talk. There's something on my end. Go ahead. I've got you, man.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Is that better? You hearing me? Some getting there. Testing, test one, two. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I've
me?
got you, man. Go ahead.
All right, you can hear me now. Yeah, cool, cool. So yeah, Ripple Movement. To be honest, a mate of mine decided to start this charitable organization called Ripple Movement, and I'm actually a director of Ripple Movement too. But mate, yeah, he started that a few years ago, and it was essentially just designed to raise funds for kids that are in hospitals and essentially look after those kids and give them the things they need, like new fridges, new couches, new furniture, and really just help those kids out. So the way that he's sort of set it up to raise funds is people will go ahead and get dressed up in superhero costumes. So I actually remember doing it with my friend Nath. I think I was Captain America and he was Wolverine, and we just walked into the kids' hospital and essentially just tried to make them feel a little bit better. These are all kids suffering with different illnesses, and so it's a bit tough to see, but at the same time, it makes you feel better that you're getting in there and making them feel a little bit better.
Well, I think that's great. I wanted to mention that because, so many times we hear of projects in the cryptocurrency world that, we don't know who's behind them and we don't know who's involved. And I just wanted our audience this morning to really understand that there is people behind this project. It is legitimate. We're talking to Blake Zibara this morning, one of the co-founders of Karen Coin. Blake, tell us a little bit just about how you got involved in cryptocurrency. I know that you've been an entrepreneur, you're involved in several businesses, but just kind of let us know your background in cryptocurrency and how you got involved.
Yeah, so I've actually been a fan of crypto for the last few years, and mate, I came across a friend through a mutual friend who was he's a coder, and he decided one day that he just wanted to build a cryptocurrency, and so mate, I just so happened to be in the room at the same time, and I've got an established marketing background, so at the time he was like, what do you think? And I said, you know what, it sounds great. I'd love to be involved, and yeah, it sort of just went from there. And then we decided we needed to build out the team and find other people with that brought different experience and value to the coin itself. And we brought on another mate. So far it's Oscar, there's Paul, and yeah, we've got a few other team members as well. And we're actually growing that each day, but that's pretty much how it started.
Well, it's pretty awesome, man. I think with these meme coins, as they're called, so many people are kind of looking for the next opportunity for something to get involved in. But this is one that really stuck on to me because as I looked through this, I said, you know what? There's actually people behind it. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be transparent. A lot of times when I see websites and it has the team and it has pictures, I do a reverse Google search, a reverse image search, to make sure that those weren't just stock photos of random people. I can proudly say that's how I found you, because it linked up to your LinkedIn profile, and I said, "Hey, these people are legitimate, man. This is
Yeah,
awesome."
we're real.
So, I've had a chance to talk to you a little bit, Blake, and chat. Tell us a little bit just more about Karen Coin. I know it officially launched last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of tell us a little bit more about it. Kind of, how the idea for Karen Coin got started. I think it's genius, man.
Yeah, look, it's funny. We saw another coin at the time with a bit of an absurd name that was really gaining some traction, and we just thought, I guess if you can find something that has that has something of credibility behind it, or has something of recognition behind it, it can essentially do quite well. And the more absurd, the better. So at the time, we were sort of thinking, how do we kind of match with things like Dogecoin or something like that. And we decided to just figure out what the most popular meme in the world is at the time. And we found Carrion Coin, like Oscar said, Carrion Coin, and it sort of just became a thing from there. Like we did a bit of research. We found that in the US alone, it gets searched 135,000 times on Google per month, which is crazy. So when I say what gets searched, the words Karen meme gets searched 135,000 times. And so we sort of thought, well, you know what, we should give it a crack. And yeah, like it started out as just an idea, and then, it's become like a phenomenon over the course of the last 4 days. We've hit over 3,000 holders. We've essentially amassed to a total of 24 million market cap. It's sort of like, holding steady thereabouts right now. We're nearly at day 5. We haven't even hit a proper listing site yet, nor an exchange, and we've already seen that traction, which is, it's insane. It's crazy. And the Telegram group, guys, big shout out to you. You guys are awesome. Like, there's such a good vibe in that group. If you haven't already seen it, you got to join that Telegram group. It's amazing. So much positivity.
Yeah. Again, we're talking to Blake Zibara this morning. This morning here in the States. For you, it's about 11 o'clock at night over in Sydney, man. So I appreciate you staying up late with us. Again, Blake Zibara, one of the co-founders of Karen Coin. I wanted to ask a couple of questions. There may be some folks that are new to cryptocurrency, and when you're new to cryptocurrency, you're not on an exchange such as you guys yet. It's a little bit more difficult to purchase the coin, and so a lot of folks have got involved. They purchased the coin. For me, I was trying to learn how this works because I've always invested in Bitcoin and different things, but I started finding out about you guys, and I said, what does this ownership renounced mean? And I've understood that now as I've researched it, but there may be someone out there today that says, I really don't understand what that means when you say ownership renounced, community owned, 100% burnt LP. Talk a little bit about what those things mean.
Cool. So yeah, ownership renounced essentially just refers to that we've renounce the ownership of the contract. So we can't alter the contract in any way, or somehow, start siphoning funds out of the places that it should be going. We can't start doing anything that's immoral or illegal or anything like that. So that's ownership renounced. And when they talk about LP burnt tokens, you start off with a certain amount of tokens that essentially provide a trading floor. So the liquidity pool that you put in allows people to trade from that liquidity pool, right? Now, we burnt the tokens of that, meaning that there is no control over those tokens as they accumulate over time with more people trading and coming into the coin itself. So that's what that means. So it's essentially, when you combine those two things, it makes it anti-rug proof. Now, for those who don't understand, anti-rug is essentially stopping people from coming in and rugging the project, meaning that they have control over either the LP or the contract itself, and then are able to come in and just take everyone's money. So I hope that provides a little bit more clarification as to how we're sort of transparent and 100% community owned. No one owns anything to do with any part of the contract. Everyone's bought in to the coin just as we have, and yeah, so it's a community run project.
Well, it's the Karen Coin. I know there's other ones out there, but this is the Karen Coin. Just a heads up on that. And so make sure to follow these guys on Twitter at Karen Coin token. You can also get involved on the Telegram. The website, super easy to go to, just KarenCoinToken.com. I do want to be fully transparent. I forgot to mention this at the beginning. I am a Karen Coin investor. I saw you guys right when you started. I got involved, and I just want to remind folks that cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, and so invest at your own risk. Blake, the project, as it continues, kind of let us know where you see this going as far as maybe some marketing ideas. If you're able to talk about any of that, where are we heading with Karen Coin in its early infancy?
Well, look, the real marketing hasn't really begun yet, right? We've essentially got this secret sauce, if you will, where we've pieced together different strategies where we essentially get the most amount of organic reach. Now we have started paid marketing in specific areas as well, which have started to, come back to us tenfold in terms of like the holders that we've started to accumulate. But in terms of future marketing ideas, if we were to divulge a couple, like some funny things that we were speaking about today was, obviously once we amass to a larger amount with the overall coin, we would try wrap an airplane. So, there's potentially going to be a Karen coin flying in the sky. And, the way I see it, that's just one step closer to the moon. So,
yeah, great, man. I love the meme. I love the thought process because some people are saying like, forget about the moon. We're going all the way to the Milky Way, man. So it's kind of fun, to hear about that. The project moves farther. Again, we're talking to Blake Zibara here, one of the co-founders of Karen Coin. You've got a great team. You've got great transparency. I think this is so critical for those that are interested in investing because they want to know more about what's going on. So again, Blake, appreciate your time today. Just any final comments that you have for our listeners out there?
I think when you think about a coin and you think about, the time and effort that goes into it. Actually, no, I guess when you think about a coin, you're thinking about investing, you generally look at the team behind it and the direction of that team. And one thing I can say is our team are so passionate, like we're working 20-hour days, trying to get a whole bunch of things done at the same time. And at the same time, we're having meetings with more people that are able to contribute or show value to the project in ways that we can't, or to add to the existing effort that's being put in. And in terms of the direction of where we're going with this, we really want this to be the next billion-dollar coin, and that's our only intention. We're in this for the long run, and we really believe that it's going to happen. Like we look at the historics of other coins at just day 4, and you don't see too many that have hit a market cap of 24 million in the space of just 4 days. Like we've just done it in such a short amount of time. Without, as I said before, without those major listings or exchanges. So our future direction, we see ourselves being, pretty much a currency that you can really use. A lot of these meme coins, they start out and they don't really have any future direction, but we do. And to the point, we've actually already started talking to different businesses in different industries to see if they can actually start accepting Karen Coin. Now, these are just beta testers, people that we're just in conversation with, trying to understand the dynamics of how that would work and see how effective that would be for both the user and the seller. But long term, we see this being an online payment currency. So you hop online, say you've got a pet, and you want to buy a collar from whatever pet store that you're going to, you'd be able to shop with Karen Coin, which would be really cool. And we're always playing with those ideas. We've also got on the roadmap a wallet, an exchange, really trying to make sure that we stick to those as well. However, we are just taking it one step at a time at the moment. We're only day 4. And so watch this space. That's all I can say.
Well, Blake, again, appreciate your time. You guys have been extremely transparent. I think that is so huge. That's something that I'm big on as someone who invests in cryptocurrency. Is I really want to know who's behind the project. So again, I appreciate your time and what you do. And I promise next interview, I'll be in my professional studio instead of, my portable studio here. I'm 3 hours away from where I normally am in East Texas. But Blake, I appreciate you. You've quickly became a friend, and we're very excited about this project. And thanks for being here today, man.
Thanks, Rob. Pleasure talking with you, man. I appreciate it.
You got it. Once again, this Blake Zibara here, the co-founder, one of the co-founders of Karen Coin. We'll be checking in with him throughout the next months to come. Again, I am an investor in Karen Coin. Invest at your own will because cryptocurrency is extremely volatile. Blake, have a wonderful, blessed day, man. So great to meet you on the live interview and talk to you, man.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you so much, my friend. See you later.